Where are my ladies who have mortgage payments every month? Get up early on the weekend, love a good glass of bourbon, vacation for actual rejuvenation, love a cosmetic treatment because it makes you feel good, and who prioritize making their home a sanctuary. This video and my channel are for you. Hello, it's your girl Aisha Beau here, and welcome back to my channel. Today I have a few minutes before a call with my manager, and I'm actually about to do my makeup because I have to shoot some things today. And I was like, you know what? Let me just chit chat. You know, it's my favorite thing to do. I love to have a good conversation, talk about what's on my mind, and today is absolutely no different. I recently got a comment from one of my lovely subscribers on YouTube who has literally been with me since practically the beginning, very early days, who said that they have enjoyed watching me grow up over the years. And I actually loved that comment so much. It made me feel really good. I don't know about you, but I'm one of those people who is not afraid of the aging process. I feel like with age, with time comes more wisdom, more knowledge, more understanding of, you know, what you do and do not want. And I don't know, I've always just been very into getting older, maturing, and all of the above. And not in a boring way. Like, it doesn't mean that, you know, the fun stops and all of a sudden I'm geriatric, even though I am in some ways. I just love the idea of evolution. And I'm one of those people who literally, this is why my podcast is called Rewritten, my retreat is called Rewritten, my newsletter, because I love rewriting my narrative. I feel like evolution, rewriting your narrative, shifting what your priorities are, it's just such a beautiful thing. It's such a beautiful process because I always go back to that quote that says the one constant in life is change, and embracing that change can be a really beautiful thing. The brows together, we used the Benefit 24-hour brow setting gel. I'm gonna put everything, you know what, instead of me going through each of the products while I go through this, I'm just gonna put all of it in the description box below. So if you want something, I'm gonna put it in the description box, details on it, so that you can get it for yourself. And if you have any questions about any of the products that I'm using and, you know, like my shades and stuff like that, let me know in the comment section and I will give you all the details. Just because I feel like stopping to go like this is kind of annoying, at least right now. So since this is a chit chat video, you know what I mean? That comment really got me just thinking about like growth and evolution and maturity, and the fact that I literally started my YouTube channel when I was like 26, I want to say. How old was I when I started my YouTube channel? Damn. Yeah, it's been a long time, like almost 10 years since I started my YouTube channel. And let me tell you, so much has happened. And now being in my mid 30s, I just I feel good about it first and foremost. I'm happy at this stage in my life, and I don't think I was happy in a different way in my mid 20s than I am in my mid 30s. I was happy because I lived in New York City with my best friend. We had our own amazing apartment. We were dating, we were having fun, we were going out, you know, like really just indulging in being on our own for real, you know, not with the constraints of college and all that stuff. So, and parents and, you know, all the above. But I was having fun then, but I feel like my fun now is on a whole different level because, you know, for one thing, I have some money now. You know, I'm still not rich yet. I will be though. I got a little bit of money to play with now, which I think makes a big impact on the maturity level of a lot of the things that I indulge in and the things that bring me joy and being able to afford those things. Also, I feel like with maturity and with age and with this personal growth journey, I feel like people always make it seem like, oh, it's so, I don't know, like just because you're now in your mid 30s doesn't mean like, okay, I'm going to bed at this time. I mean, I do be going to bed early. I'm going to bed at 9 and not having fun anymore, not really living life anymore. But I think the beauty of getting older and maturing for me personally is the idea that, or just like the mindset that my well being, my comfort, my joy, all of that is a priority. Whereas I felt like in my mid 20s, fun was a priority, but also, still fitting in, not upsetting my friends, dealing with that foolishness and friend drama and figuring it out in terms of my career. And I mean, I'm still figuring everything out in terms of my career, but my priorities have shifted when it comes to the goals that I have for my career and the trajectory of that. So I may not know exactly what the end game is for my career, but I do know how I want to feel. I know, the type of lifestyle that I want to have. And for me, when it comes to my career, that helps me with making the right moves throughout my career moving forward. So I think that's the beauty of, maturing and getting older. And I really wanted to just emphasize that this is like a mid 30s video, just like a mid 30s chit chat, and that I am in my mid 30s because I don't really see a lot of us women who are in our mid 30s, mid to late 30s, 40s, as prominently in the social media space and in the creation space as I used to. I think right now it's just like an influx of Gen Z, or even if you are in your mid 30s or higher, I feel like there's a lot of people who are still trying to dress and keep up and speak the lingo and do all the same things as the girlies and the Gen Z because, that's trending right now and that's popping right now. But I don't know, I kind of want to showcase the other side to it, the women who are content and who may not have every single aspect of our lives figured out, but at the end of the day, we have come a long way. You know what I'm saying? And we've learned a lot along the way, and we just move a little bit differently in the way that we approach things. Like, even the way that I do my makeup. Like, there's this trend right now online that's like 2016 makeup versus 2025 makeup. And I'm just like, well, I still do my makeup like I'm in 2016. So, because it just, like when you grown and if it ain't broke, you don't need to fix it. Like for me, I have incorporated different elements into how I do my makeup now, but at the roots and the foundation of it, I'm basically doing the same thing that I've always done because I look good with this routine. You know what I mean? And I feel like the younger generation is very like, oh, this is the trend. This is how people do it now. Let me switch it up. Let me do it this way. Let me try to get this look. Let me try to get that look. And I'm just like, if I look good this way, if I feel good this way, this is just how it's gonna be. So I'm gonna just keep going. So that's why I kind of struggle when it comes to doing makeup content because I'm just like, I do the same thing all the time. But I'm gonna start sharing a little bit more makeup content and beauty content because some things have evolved. Like as you can see, I'm using a brush now to apply my concealer, whereas back in the day, I would actually just use my sponge. I think also motherhood has helped to shift things again for me. I feel like every year and every few years, my life alters in a way and I come to a different revelation about what I want out of life and in my life. And now as a mother, in my mid 30s, it's so different because I'm not any less ambitious, but what I am is, I guess I would say I am open to being a little bit more lenient and mindful of what I'm prioritizing because I want to be a present mom as well. Like I definitely want Shay to know that I'm a boss and I built this from the ground up on the block by myself. But I do also want to make sure that I'm there for him. I'm nurturing his needs as well. And I'm as involved in his life as my mother was in my life. And I feel like she's just like a great reflection of what it means to be a mom who cares. Sometimes she cares a little bit too much. I just be like, mommy, just like cool yourself, relax. Because she just gets so stressed over, what's going on with me and my brother. Overall, I think motherhood has made that shift even more apparent for me, in like what my goals are in life and like what I want in life. And again, I don't have it all figured out, but I do know that I don't want to be grinding for the rest of my life. I want to live a soft, intentional, grounded, fulfilling life. I want to travel. I want to buy nice things. I want to continue to adorn my home in beautiful ways. I want to continue to host my friends in my home, and make my home space not just a sacred space for me, but also, my community, my tribe. So that and, investing in things that also bring me joy, whether that's properties, pieces that I can pass down in the event that I happen to have another child and have a daughter. I think getting older, being in your mid-30s, figuring out what you really want in life is such a beautiful thing. And I want to make sure that my platforms reflect that, and that anyone who feels this way and may not have that around them or have people around them who are in alignment, I want you to find yourself in me and in this space. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to be a little bit more intentional about sharing that stuff on my platforms. But overall, I feel like there's such a beauty in contentment, in being good. Being and feeling really good in who you are, what you've built, where you've come, and where you're going. And I feel like coming to that realization in my mid-30s has been so fun. So I got a lot coming up. Your girl is finally going to become a citizen of the United States of America. If you didn't already know, I was born in Jamaica and moved here when I was like 3 years old. I really, I was dragging my feet on becoming a citizen because, well, first off, in my 20s, I was too broke to pay the citizenship fee to apply. And then after that, I started to get a little bit lazy. But finally, I was like, okay, I need to do this because one, I travel a lot, and it's just so annoying having to get a visa to go everywhere and all that, even though now US citizens got to use a visa to get to most places. I kind of delayed that process and finally decided to do it 2 years ago. Can you believe it took 2 years for this entire process to finally finish? So next week I have my oath ceremony and we're doing a big dinner with our friends to celebrate the fact that I can now get global entry. Yeah, I think that is like the next big thing. And then also we need to figure out our first family vacation. Shay has his passport and I'm ready for him to be out and experience being on a plane. I want him to get as used to travel as possible because we will be doing a lot of it. Kids do not stop your role. Kids do not stop the fun. They just, modify it a little bit. So I really want to make sure that that is something that's prevalent in his life. Just like working and finding my footing in just this new era of creation and making sure that I am still as relevant as I can be and showing up authentically as myself each and every day. So it is time for me to hop on this call with my manager. I am ready, and then afterwards I'm going to shoot some content, get some stuff done, but there's my beat. I'll put all the details on my makeup routine in the description box below so that you can get anything that you need for yourself. Don't hesitate to drop any questions, comments, concerns, or feedback in the comments section below. I love a little chit chat video. I hope you had a good time. I hope you sipped some wine while you were watching this video. And yeah, let's chat again sometime soon. So thank you so much again for watching. Until next time.
body